and you found yourself at the Candid Athletic Training podcast once again.
That was on purpose, right? Not a mistake.
Welcome.
You
again
are where you want to be. So welcome.
It's Wednesday night, and you're going to get all your goodies of Candid Athletic Training, including a surprise that we have for all of our millions of listeners.
It's already been announced officially on social media, but we'll spoil it here. Officially live for the first time on our live stream.
See, that's what happens when I'm not on social media. I don't really know what the hell's going on. Not that I'm not on social media. I just don't pay attention to Twitter. Hey, Candid Athletic Training, coming at you live.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm okay. And I'm Kevin. This guy.
Yeah.
That guy's Chad.
I'm Chad.
If anybody's confused by that, just remember, good-looking guy.
Over there.
Bearded guy. Oh, I guess so. Deep, sultry voice is over here. And the guy always on his phone. This guy's always on his phone.
Tweeting,
Xing.
I'm Xing it out.
Did they? So, is there a?
I don't know.
Is there slang? Is there slang for what you do? Do you leave an X? Do you re-X?
X gonna give it to you.
Man, that could get you in trouble. If you're a first-time listener, welcome.
Welcome.
We are Candid Athletic Training. We're athletic trainers that talk candidly about athletic training.
For the 248th plus all the shows we didn't number.
If you're looking for episode number 1, because that's just how you enjoy your podcast, go to the candidathletictraining.com and start scrolling down.
Go to the website. It'll say episodes. And then you just go. But didn't we say you couldn't go all the way back? Didn't you have to type in a keyword?
You can type in a keyword.
Oh.
If you want to. If you want to just keep loading more, you can.
That's what she said.
We were thinking about having a business meeting at some point, and maybe one thing, if you want to write this down.
Yeah, let's write it down.
Look at.
It's in my other notebook, but I'll transfer it. The business notebook is the other one. This is like the show.
The crappy notebook somewhere else.
Yeah.
The goods live right here, folks.
I'll cross out the.
Listen, this is like
dinner macros for tonight.
You know what this is? What's the coach's name?
Secret sauce.
What's the coach's name in Adam Sandler football? Oh my gosh.
The Longest Yard?
Bobby. No.
Ricky Bobby?
No.
The Water Boy.
Water Boy. You know
Bobby Boucher?
Henry Winkler?
Yeah, the Fonz. Hey.
Yeah. I forget what his name is in the coach whatever. But remember he has the notebook of all the special plays.
That's what this is.
That's what this is right here.
Yeah, this is.
If you want to know how to have the most successful podcast in the world
in Milwaukee
about
in Shorewood,
athletic
Wisconsin.
training, it lives right here, folks.
The most successful Milwaukee athletic training based podcast is right here. Hey, Reggie guy, welcome. And I think that is true. I've actually looked into that.
Making an emoji.
The thumb taped emoji. All right, let's put that down. So what was the other thing for the business thing?
Change the podcast list on the website, and instead of having the load more button, maybe they can just like scroll to the bottom and maybe add a. I don't know if we can, folks.
Search bar,
folks. When we made our website, first time we made the website. Coach Klein, thank you, Kyle. When we made our original website, yours truly was sitting down in front of a computer and saying, "I've never made a website before. I don't know what people really want."
Yeah, me neither. And
then Chad got a bug up his butt one day, kind of revamped our website. Made it much better, if you ask me. But we're both a bunch of idiot athletic trainers trying to get.
We need to hire more people.
We do. So if there's anybody that isn't, let's face it, it would be great if it was an athletic trainer that was inclined to make websites, run social media stuff, and wants to work for free.
For now.
Get on the ground floor, because all of these
we're only going up.
These millions of listeners that we have, it's about to hit hard. that athletic training says the only place I get my content is with these two wackadoodles. Just kidding.
It's so funny that you said that because I've been saying that.
Wackadoodles?
Wackadoodle. I've been saying wackadoo for like the last 3 weeks. Every crazy patient that we have come through the doors, I'm like, oh, here's another wackadoo.
Wackadoodle. I don't even know, where does that come from?
I don't know. Wackadoodle doo.
So, Candid Athletic Training.
Kevin, Chad, number 248.
Kevin, Chad, 248.
We have
a wonderful, wonderful show for you today.
We have a lot of relevant athletic training conversation coming.
Including like
we've got something coming up real quick here. You know what? Let's start. I don't really have anything.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
We're gonna thank our sponsors, including our 2 newest sponsors. One who we mentioned last week, and then one new one that we're gonna mention for the first time tonight on the airwaves here. But the official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training is Healthy Roster. They have just confirmed that they want to do this another year with us. So check them out at healthyroster.com. Super excited. They're the best EMR in the world. So check them out. Let them know that you heard about their product through us. Now is probably the time. It's January. You're halfway through your school years. If you're in the traditional setting, you're probably super frustrated, super behind on your paperwork, on your documenting, and you're like, how can we make this easier? How can we make this easier is Healthy Roster.
Correct.
So take it in right now. Whatever your frustration level is with your current EMR, take it in. Know that there's a solution.
Breathe.
We're giving you the solution. It is Healthy Roster. Also, thanks to Smart Tools, just confirmed with them that they're back for another year. Still 10% off anything at smarttoolsplus.com using the code Candid10.
DAs.
And confirmed that Ed is going to do another CEU for us.
Boom.
If you're a member of our show, which you can become a member of our show, you're going to want to become a member of our show by going to our website, and there's some membership packages. You can become a member for $25. It's going to be the best $25 you spend this year.
Absolutely.
Because we also have a discount and deal with Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. If you are a member of our show and then you want to get a discount on professional liability insurance, you can get one for as low as, if you're a full-time employed athletic trainer, $179, which I guarantee you're spending more than that right now. If you're spending more than $204, math says if you're spending more than $204 on your professional and personal liability insurance, you should stop that policy immediately. Get yourself a $25 Candid Athletic Training membership and a $179 insurance policy through Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. You have saved money. Also, we announced this last week. Athletic Dry Needling. Welcome.
What a logo.
I know there's needles. There's needles going everywhere. Yeah.
Our
friend Scott reached out and he said, hey, partner with us. If people are members of our show, they're going to get $100 off any athletic dry needle, any dry needling course that they do. If you say, I'm with Candid Athletic Training,
$100 off.
$100 off.
Holy cow.
If you spend $25 with us and you're going to do dry needling, let's just say it that way. If you think you might do a dry needling course this year,
save yourself $75.
Save yourself $75 by giving us $25, and we're going to give you $100 to give to them. And Scott is also going to do a continuing education course on dry needling, exclusively for our members.
Whoa, that's too much. We're offering way too much if you're a member of this show.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Because our newest sponsor.
What? We have
Chinook Seedery. They, super cool. They're the newest sponsor. You have to become a member of our show, and they don't want us to give out the code, but there's a code that we have that we probably need to put that on our business, is to email the code to our current members. And we cannot share this code with anyone else. So if you're a member, please don't share this with anyone who's not a member. They've specifically asked it.
Yeah.
If you want to get sunflower seeds, you will get 15% off anything you order at Chinook Seedery. 15% off.
Jesus.
So by my math, if you are a avid seed eater,
Patooey.
if you get $175 worth of seeds in the course of a year, you've paid for your membership because you've gotten $25 off. So they just sent us 3 of these boxes. Here's one. This is a case. They're going to give us one case one case every month to give away to a member. You have to be a member of our show.
Wait,
another reason to become a
month?
member of our show. Every month you can win one of these boxes. And how many do you think are in there? Show it off. Here, let's just show it off like this. This is just the top. Chinook seeds.
I'm gonna guess there's 48 in there.
There's is that what it says?
I don't know. I didn't look.
I think it might be 30.
This says 36. 36.
Oh, it says that?
Yep.
36 little
what?
bags of seeds. Not little. I mean, they're standard.
I'm gonna freaking count these.
All right, he's gonna count them. So become a member of our show, and you have 12 chances to win this. One every month
Original.
of the year. Original.
Cinnamon toast.
Cinnamon toast sounds so freaking good to me. Is that gluten-free?
Lemon.
Gluten-free.
Lemon pepper, courtesy of a collaboration with Bobby Witt Jr.
Maybe next week we'll FMK these sunflower seeds.
Dill frickin' pickle. Oh, Parmesan pepper.
Ooh. Damn.
Guys, I'm still going. Smokehouse barbecue.
Holy cow. I honestly didn't know they had this many flavors. 1, 2, 3, 4,
possibly my
5,
favorite.
6,
jalapeno ranch.
7 flavors so far. 7.
This one I've never had. Hatch chili.
Okay. 8.
That might be it.
8 different flavors. It says right here.
I'm not giving this box away.
It says best seed ever.
How many different
Super
flavors?
excited to be partnering with them. 8.
That's 8 flavors.
Yeah. Nate says lemon pepper, cinnamon toast, and parm pepper I think were my faves. You keep pulling out. He said you keep pulling out flavors that I forgot. That's what she said. You keep pulling out. Are you counting them? He's going to count them. This is really good audio podcast. You have to check out the YouTube version of this. This is incredible. At once a month, we're going to give away all these seeds.
It's 36.
36 seeds. Can we look up how much a seed is at Chinook Seedery? A bag?
We can.
I'm guessing it's not less than $1.
Probably not.
Or maybe if you're on the live stream, you know. Chinook Seedery, a bag. So just 36. So whoever gets the first box is going to be like, why are these all out of order and all messed up? Deal with it. Sorry.
All right. Right from their website. If you want to buy.
So, or how much is a case and how much is a bag?
Okay. Products.
I think the case is $30.
Let's see here. Build your own. Oh. $30 for a.
$30 for a case. You can win one for free. You can win one for a $25 investment in Kevin and myself.
A case is only 12, by the way.
A case is 12?
It says 12 large bags, though.
Oh. Maybe this is a sampler bag or a sampler case. Maybe there's a different version.
Because I think there's 2 different size bags. Look at that. That's a bigger bag. 8 flavor variety case, 36 count.
That's it. That's this.
$32.
$32. So this is $32. If you are a member of our show for as low as $25, you can win a $32.
For Christ's sake.
$32 worth of sunflower seeds.
This podcast is horrible. How do we, I mean, come on.
Also, Kevin can confirm this because I got super excited. There's another company who may or may not be wanting to partner with us that might be able to offer our members CEUs. So we're getting kind of excited. There's some momentum here. Again, the moral of the story is you listen to the show, You want to support the show. You want us to continue to do things, and we're trying to build it so that we give back to you. Just become a member of the show and tell your friends to become a member of the show.
Yeah.
It's an investment, hopefully, in yourself. We want, again, even just do it for the professional liability insurance. We're going to save you money. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a scam. We are here. We're legitimately in front of you saying, if you're spending more than $204, we want to save you money. So that's what you should do. Don't think about it. Don't second guess it. It's the same liability insurance you're probably going to get from anybody else. Just spend less money on it.
And you got to have it.
So, all right. Enough about, I'm just super excited about all of our new sponsors, and we're heading into 2024 with a lot of momentum. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. Let's have a fun show.
Let's do it.
All right. We call this shenanigans.
Hey, did you see some comments? Nisi made it. She's late.
She's late. Hi, Nisi.
She was actually doing her job for once.
Good for you.
I like it.
I'm excited that we have a new live streamer.
Yeah.
Reggie, thanks for showing up.
Welcome in.
I love all the OGs. Appreciate you guys every week. You bring the energy. You make the show what it is.
You bring the funk.
Where we've got a full show here.
Okay.
We got all our weekly shenanigans and a really cool feature topic, I think.
All right.
Which I don't think you know what it is yet. I didn't even tell you.
I don't.
So we'll spring it on you.
This is how we roll, people.
This is how we roll. Who's saying that song?
How we roll.
This is how we roll. The country song.
I'm thinking of a different song.
They're kind of like poppy country.
This is how we roll. This is how we do. Florida Georgia Line.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
I greatly appreciate
you
that.
don't
when
like
I
them,
type
right?
in this is how we, it's this is how
Montel
we do
Jordan.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Florida Georgia Line fan.
I thought you disliked them, actually. Actively disliked them, I thought.
I don't actively dislike them, I would say. It's just, I think they're
overrated?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a couple songs that I'm just not a big fan of.
Sure.
They could play it a lot.
Fair enough. Where would you like... No, let's do this. Let's start with our top 5.
Oh, thank God. That's what I was going to say.
Was it?
We've done this podcast way too many times.
Well, I want to also... We have some surveys out. I want to give just a few more opportunities on the social media, Candid_ATC, to people to vote. So we have just a little bit more votes on that. So we'll save those 2 segments for later.
You got
it. Kevin, we asked 50 athletic trainers.
Okay.
What is the most cumbersome special test?
Cumbersome. It's a good word.
Cumberbatch.
Cumbersome special test. This is okay. I got to remember special tests all of a sudden.
You have to go back to the roots.
Cumbersome. Cumbersome. You know, I always thought the clunk test felt a little cumbersome to me. I'm going to say...
We're going to do a top 4. We're going to do top 4.
Okay. How about... Cumbersome.
So Kevin said clunk test.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of special tests that just, it's like there's so many steps and so many positions you have to put somebody in. I'm just going to say, how about the slump test?
Oh, slump test. Cumbersome. Slump.
Yeah, why not?
Is it bad that if we don't give away some seeds this month and we just eat them?
No, it's
not.
We
gotta they're for the. I'll just order one.
Nate,
don't give away the answers. He's trying to guess.
No, I know. Wait, is the pivot shift? Is that what's the pivot shift test?
It's a knee test.
Is that for the ACL knee test?
Yeah,
that's what I meant by the clunk test.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Is that the same thing?
Well, we had somebody who I'll just say it. Then I'll add one. because I thought I just did. I separated them, but I think they are technically
Oh, okay. All right.
supposed to be the same.
You know what? Stick with the knee. McMurray's is cumbersome because when somebody does have a meniscus tear, they are constantly fighting you from getting into the point of where you need to actually elicit the pain. Yeah, clunk. You might be right, Nate. Something with the.
I mean,
But I'm
I
gonna
think
keep
you can
clunk in
clunk.
there.
I think you can clunk anything. Okay, so clunk.
That's what she said. So the clunk, I'm going to keep in there because it is, to me, a cumbersome, I think, if I'm remembering it correctly, a special test for the hip.
Well, then I'll go back. Then I'll go back to my original scoring system.
How about, I want to bring some shoulder in there. I'm going to bring some shoulder. Upper, like, thoracic outlet stuff. Allen's, maybe Adson's, something like that.
Okay. Thoracic outlet syndrome tests. We'll just lump them all together. And
then I'm also going to go.
Oh, that was 4.
Oh, that was 4.
Oh, you want it?
No,
yeah,
just go for
We're going to cut it off there because, yeah.
Lockman's on a thick leg, Kyle says.
Alignment Lockmans.
Alignment Lockmans.
All right.
Say that 6 times fast.
Alignment Lockman. Nope. So.
Clunk test.
Look at that. Yeah, look it up. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, clunk test wrist, clunk test knee. Clunk
so I think you can clunk anything.
I'm gonna clunk you.
Keep going. Somebody said, well, all right, doesn't matter. In 4th place, we had 4 people out of 50 that said the hip scour test.
Yeah. Okay.
Hip scour.
Right.
So you're just rubbing that thing all over.
Scour that shit. Look at this guy. I'm gonna watch
Mother
clunk
clunker. 4 for the hip scour. In 3rd place, 7 people said Lockmans, and most of them wrote comments like "my hands are too small" or "on a big leg." So I think everyone would agree there's a ratio, a hand to thigh ratio that you really need. And once you cross that hand to thigh ratio, a Lockmans is not necessarily the easiest test.
It's kind of like sometimes size matters.
Size does matter. Okay, so Nate was thinking the hip scour is the clunk.
It's pretty goddamn close. I just looked at a video of the anterior labrum test, and it's the same.
Meat to hand ratio is very important, according to Hannah. Welcome, right? You just save it
out the gate. Hannah,
guns
is
a-blazing. The lineman Lockmans, we already talked about it. Everyone's showing up. Thank you for joining us. You've lineman come. Lockmans. We're talking size on meat. So in 4th place, hip scour, which may or may not be a clunk test to some people. In 3rd place, 7 people had said the Lockmans. In 2nd place, we had 8 people that said pivot shift.
Oh, okay.
Of the knee. We did also have one person that said the elbow pivot shift, which I've never seen, or I don't think I would ever try that. I feel like I would snap the arm.
Skunk.
The elbow.
Skunk.
The elbow pivot shift. And then in 1st place, with 12 out of 50, or basically 1 out of every 4 people said McMurray's is the most cumbersome test. I can see it.
So two out of these 4 are pretty much standard tests for all athletic
Everybody
trainers.
does. Most everyone does. I'll just run down the rest of them. So clunk test, 3 people said anything that had to do with the shoulder was cumbersome. Pivot shift, we had some Fabers and faders, hip stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
McMurray's
that
elbow
cumbersome.
pivot shift, yeah. A hip scour, Ober's test, 2 for Ober's. I think that's a great answer.
It is a good answer.
Because you're like, I got to get in position. You can't roll over. I got to hold you up. I got to swing you around. I think that's a really underrated answer.
It's a good one.
So the 2 people that said Ober's. Somebody just said hip labral. A couple people said upper limb tension tests. I think that's what you were referring to with your thoracic outlet stuff.
We're going to hold this for 30 seconds.
Somebody said anything any special test of the coccyx, and I couldn't think of a single time I've ever done a coccyx special. I couldn't name a coccyx special test. You just feel for it.
You just feel for it.
That's not cumbersome. That's not cumbersome. That's just awkward. There's different.
You got to get in there though.
Are there others?
Well, Hoppenfeld taught me one.
What? The finger. Is that the finger you'd use?
Yeah.
Hannah's self-diagnosing herself with thoracic outlet syndrome. Just cut your hair. You won't have thoracic outlet syndrome anymore, Hannah.
Maybe
Nate's bringing up on the live stream. He's bringing up quadrant test, like the stork stand.
Stork stand.
Right. Just feeling for the coccyx sounds. Feeling for the coccyx sounds illegal. Easy. Okay. After the coccyx, somebody said the Thomas test is cumbersome, and I could not disagree. I don't know. I think the Thomas test is not. I guess maybe because you're putting somebody's foot on your own chest.
Yes. But it really is more just hip flexion on one side.
Hold down and lift. Hold and lift.
But it's not even.
Actually,
you
probably
don't even have to hold. You just like go whoop with one side.
Low key.
What's the other side?
Low key is probably my favorite special test of all of them. Is
Whoop.
the Thomas test.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know why.
So that's your favorite. A favorite.
Yeah.
What's my favorite? I don't know what my favorite.
You just it's easy to do. You kind of get a true feel, like you're in control.
Favorite.
It gives you a lot of different information.
Special test. That's a good question.
I just like explaining the results. Although I think probably second is Thompson, the old Achilles. I'm getting really good at that at work. Not that it was hard. I'm just doing more of them.
I'm gonna squeeze you.
How about this? Sorry, Nate. I was thinking of like the Thompson or the Thomas test, like the stretch, doing the stretch. But yes, when I'm testing, I have them do it themselves. Anterior drawer.
Listen.
Somebody said anterior drawer was awkward or was cumbersome, and I don't know if they meant the knee or the ankle or anterior drawer of the shoulder or what. But again, I don't think that's as cumbersome as others.
The knee can be kind of cumbersome, sitting on somebody's foot.
Pulling.
Yeah.
Any hip test, the Slocum drawer test, Slocum drawer, like the rotational one. And then so the last one that was on there was the posterior sag.
That is kind of cumbersome, like picking up both of their legs and having them like actually like relax on a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about lineman posterior drawer slags, whatever test. Cool. Top
Hannah
5.
said
How would she say?
Positive tests give her satisfaction. At least someone's getting it.
Whoa.
I do a lot of Tenels at the wrist elbow often these days. It's Tenels.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding,
Tap,
tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Go
home.
home. Are you too good for your home?
Too good for your home.
Just tap at home.
Anything else we need to do on that? I don't think so. I think that's pretty straightforward.
We just need to study more special tests, apparently.
All right. Next, we're going to go to our F and Marry and Kill segment.
Do you realize how much better all the athletic trainers that listen to this podcast are than me and you?
What do you mean?
Do you think, I would say most of our listeners actually still remember the things they learned in school?
I feel like I'm still there a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's gone?
It's gone.
Gone, girl?
I just do what I feel.
That's what she said.
And feel what I do.
That's what he said. I almost knocked the seeds over.
Do not do that.
All these seeds. Hannah and who else came on late? Hannah and Colleen. You missed our newest sponsor, Chinook, Cedary, all these flavors. If you're a member of the show, 15% off using the code that we can give you, but you have to be a member. Also, we have one case. We have 3 cases here right now. They're going to send us 3 cases every quarter. Every month, we're going to give away a box of 36 of these bags. So you get 1 box. If you're a member of our show, we'll pull them. We'll raffle them off like we always do. Maybe we should make you jump on the live stream. Maybe we can get Dylan
Hey,
back.
jump on that live stream, get some seeds.
15% off. We'll have to send that out, the code. Maybe next week we'll give away the first box, or do you want to wait to episode 250 for January?
No, I like 249.
Next week we'll give away our first case of seeds, which gives you, well, if you're on the live stream, you're already probably a member. If you're listening to this episode, if we get it out, join us on next Wednesday, the 17th, and we'll give away a box of seeds. So you can still join and be eligible.
Goodness
What's up?
gracious. Are you reading
Me?
some of these comments?
No.
Hannah had a coach rupture his patellar tendon the other day, and she put her finger in. It disappeared into his knee when she poked it. It was awesome.
Holy cow.
Nate, immediately, Hannah, keep your fingers out of your coaches.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Aggressive.
why you come on Candid Athletic Training, folks.
Yeah. So our F, Marry, Kill tonight, I was walking through the clinic and some slob, I don't know who it was, had used somebody in my office had used some steri strips, and there was half of them on the floor. So I just picked them up walking through the hall.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, steri strips. We haven't talked about them in a while. So we decided we would turn that into our F, Marry, Kill, and we were going to F, marry, and kill 3 different places that you might put steri strips on an athlete or a patient. And we said, I wrote down Knox, but that's supposed to say nose.
Knox?
I don't know.
What?
X is very useful when spelling. Have you read that one yet?
No.
Do you read any Dr. Seuss?
Not really, actually.
Oh, okay.
No,
we got a big collection of Dr. Seuss.
There you
and
go. Okay.
X is very useful spelling.
I like it.
Axe and extra fox.
I like it.
X is very useful if your name is Nixie Knox. It also comes in handy spelling axe and extra fox. I think that's actually what it is.
I like it. Abraham's going to love that.
Yeah. So FMK, putting a steri strip on the nose, on the finger, or on the eyebrow. If you're on the live stream, give us your answers. We'll read them. If you're listening, shout them out.
Shout them.
Shout them out
as you can.
Talk about it. That's why we do this.
Uh-huh.
Yell at us if we're wrong. You have to F one, marry one, kill one. Nose, fingers, eyebrows.
So close to a
Would you like to kick off, receive, or defer? And please don't.
Can I defend?
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, Jair, you're suspended for next week's episode.
Christ's sake. What a weird
And
thing.
they made the playoffs. It's great. I'm so happy.
What a weird thing to get suspended for.
It sounds like there was more to it than that.
There has to be.
He wasn't even supposed to be out there.
And that's what
Like he just went out. Like, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain
I'm
now.
the captain now.
I'm pretty sure that's why he got suspended, not for
not for
call, obviously. Okay. God, finger, nose, eyebrow.
Yeah.
All right. I've had finger. Really,
You've had finger. Good for you.
really a thumb.
How many finger?
It was a thumb. Good thumb job.
Thumb jobs, tape jobs on your thumb.
That I had to steri strip for like.
What if our logo is just a bunch of steri strips and people think it's been taped the whole time?
Right?
Fooled you.
How do
4
people
years of
not
fooling.
Get it?
Steri strip your thumb.
I honestly have never had to steri strip an eyebrow.
I think I have once.
I have had to steri strip a nose. I really don't think so. All right, so you got to get the tension.
The nose, did you go across or up and down? Kind of depends on which way the cut is, I
correct.
assume. Yeah.
This particular cut was, if I remember correctly, I actually had to go across.
Which would be easier, I think.
Yes, and it wasn't that bad. But a lot of noses in this world are really oily. And I did have a hard time like maintaining the stickiness of said steri strip. And it's kind of awkward getting all up in somebody's grill. That's going to happen as well with the eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
The thumb, The other problem with
finger. I
Oh,
guess
sorry,
it could be. It
finger.
could be finger or thumb. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Digit.
digit.
Let's get digital.
Probably the most common one that I've actually had to steri strip tends to be the most efficient, easy one for me. Mary finger. I'm going to kill the nose, and I'm going to F with the eyebrow.
People's
Rock
eyebrow.
style.
People's eyebrow. I can't do it. Can you?
I can do one. I can do my right
Can The
side.
Rock do both?
Probably.
Or is he a unilateral brow riser?
I don't think
Kyle will know.
I don't think The Rock is a unilateral anything. I used to be able to do my left. I swear. There it goes. Oh, wait. I can kind of do it. Yeah, that's my answers. I don't even know why. The finger, it's easy. You're going to steri strip it, and then you're going to cover it with something else, and so it holds the steri strips on pretty well. The nose, you're going to steri strip, but honest to God, I remember it being like a problem because the guy was like oily as shite. And then I've never done the eyebrow, and I've only had sex twice in my life, so I'm going to F that.
I've only 2 for 2 on Baby
2 for 2,
Making.
baby.
You hit home runs. You don't get to the plate often. You're like the world's best pinch hitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hannah says she's marrying the brow. She's killing the finger. She's effing the nose. Nate said, marry the eyebrow. Plenty of slack in the skin to get a good closure. F the nose. Can stick it there now and then. No issues. Kill the finger. Small area, tight skin, constantly bending, throwing, moving the finger. No thanks.
Huh?
The Rock is right eyebrow only on the people's brow.
It goes up there, though.
It's really impressive. I can do it. Watch.
You can't do it at all?
No.
Interesting.
I have had too much Botox.
There you go.
I can't move anything on my face.
What are the what are the other things? Like, can you curl your tongue?
No, I can't do anything with my tongue because of the tongue tie.
Oh yeah.
I have a really severe tongue tie.
Can you
Sorry,
Elvis lip?
ladies.
That's the one thing I can do bilateral.
Can you fish? Fish face?
Fish face. What's it? Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to see with my beard.
Yeah.
What's funny is my kid, 1.5-year-old. What does the fish say? And he goes, you have to be on the live stream to see that.
For me, I think I'm gonna marry the finger.
Okay. You just love fingers.
Volume. Practice makes perfect.
Okay.
All
right.
I think it probably happens. I don't know if it happens the most. I'm gonna kill the eyebrow though.
Did you say sorry, ladies?
Yeah.
That's what's amazing.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't even freaking I don't even pick up on
It was
that.
a joke. Nobody's ever been disappointed with my performance.
Oh. Wow. Good for you. Good for Julie. I heard that.
A for effort.
In the microphone.
Night.
I heard that crack.
Hi, Maisha.
What up, Maisha?
So I'm gonna kill the eyebrow.
Yeah.
I've done it once or twice, and it's not really fun. And it's like, I think the hardest part is putting the glue. Like, you know how you're supposed to put a little adhesive above and below.
Yep.
Try putting that on an eyelid. That's not fun.
God,
It's just more work than anything.
Imagine falling asleep.
So the nose, at least you have a little surface area to work with. Yeah.
Surface area.
I will say that the eyebrow is the saggiest, so it's probably you get the best closure. But
it's true.
The it's best for the, like, if I wanted to have one done to myself, that's probably what I'd want done. But as an athletic trainer, actually trying to close it up, I'm more worried about like how easy is it for me to apply said steri strip.
It's
Julie's
all that
not
hair in the way.
Julie's not chiming in on this. She hasn't listened to the show in years.
Oh my god.
And she's not that person to talk about bedroom talk.
No.
Not much, I don't think.
No.
Man, I could be wrong.
She would go, Chad.
I know she would.
Me and Jackie still go, Chad.
Yeah, all the time. Can we get Julie on? We'll effort maybe for $250. So yeah, for me, kill the eyebrow. I'll F with the nose job, and then I'll marry the fingers.
Magic fingers.
Getting good closure on an eyebrow. Yeah, I agree that you can close it up. I just try putting the adhesive underneath, and then you gotta actually apply the lower. So now you're sticking your finger in somebody's eye socket.
Ow.
Just a little nerve wracking for me.
Okay.
Maybe we should put that on the social media and just see what people say.
Worst places you've
I'll do
ever
that.
stuck your finger?
Somebody's patella tendon. Missing patella tendon.
Stop sticking your finger in your coaches.
Unless they pay you.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Where are we going? Are we going to go with our fat next, or are we going to go with our friend or foe?
Friend or foe?
All right, let's pull it up. Friend or foe? Having tape on the floor in your athletic training room. Friend or foe?
Tape on the floor.
Oh, they're interesting. We got a couple comments here. Oh, wow.
Give me some comments.
We just put this up.
I'm torn.
We put this up about 30 some minutes ago. I'll tell you what we've got.
Nate and Hannah.
What?
Hannah is good at sticking her finger in people. Hannah's response? That needs to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Friend or foe, tape on your athletic training room floor. 55 to 45% in the voting right now on Candid_ATC. 55% said foe. They don't want the tape on the floor.
Okay.
We do have 2 comments so far. Dr. Jim Barry said athletic tape, no. Vinyl tape is fine.
Because it won't roll, probably.
Hold on, vinyl tape. What's vinyl tape?
I'm picturing like bigger and like electrical tape kind of idea.
Okay.
That's like vinyl.
Like black vinyl?
Maybe even borderline duct tape. Not duct tape, but duct tape. Maybe. Let's look it up.
And then Kaylee Peary, not KT Perry, said painter's tape for rehab stuff. I love it.
We could definitely take Katy Perry on the show.
Vinyl tape. Are you typing in vinyl tape?
Yeah. I had to remember how to spell vinyl.
VINYL.
Yeah, that's vinyl tape.
You okay over there?
No.
What do you see?
I mean, it looks.
It's like plastic tape. It's like electrical tape.
It looks like electrical tape.
Electrical tape.
But like maybe even sturdier, not as stretchy.
Sure. Nate made a comment on the live stream. Faux if it's
also
left there.
Expensive-ish.
Nate said faux if it's left there any longer than a couple of hours. That AT tape film is everlasting, so you pull it off and then it's just like.
So that's where
you can see where it was.
I was going with faux because number one, the remnants of the tape, if it's on there for any longer than 12 minutes. And then it is guaranteed that athletic tape will roll because somebody is not going to be picking up their feet as they're walking over it. They are going to be sliding their feet. And so I'm going to go faux.
So this is kind of a tough question because, you could have carpet in some areas. You have different types of floor potentially in different areas of your athletic training room. You could look at it like your Snellen eye chart. Put some tape down so people know where to stand. You don't have to keep measuring. Saves you a little time. Your Snellen eye chart.
Better use that vinyl tape.
The rehab exercises. Although, yeah, I agree. I have a tough time. I'm gonna go faux. Faux show. Faux show.
Faux show.
I don't think for show. Actually, I think I'm leaning slightly faux here. It's not a strong faux.
You got to pick one.
I'm going to go faux.
There's no middle.
I mean, are there any other than like Snell and iChart?
Easy.
What's
quick?
friend?
You have access to it. It does
measure stuff.
We're all about measuring on this podcast, and I think
size matters. Sorry, ladies.
It's white. It's what.
Not all
clear.
tape.
That's true. That's true. Not all athletic tape is white. I mean, I was just gonna say it's easily seen. If it does roll, you got plenty of spare. You got dead rolls that are sitting in a box that you tell other people to use, but it just keeps gathering and gathering, and then you start using it on the floor.
But it's still a faux because it's still gonna mark up your floor. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm surprised. So the reason you came up with this is because one of my coworkers
last week
put some little square tape spots on our turf, actually. And it was so that when he's doing videos to send to his patients and his clients, he knows exactly where to put the tripod so that it's the exact same like video every time.
Gotcha.
And it's good lighting and everything works. It's a smart idea. I can't believe how long it's lasted.
She said that.
Ooh.
We'll get you.
When I take off one of those pieces down the line and there's remnants of tape right there,
you'll still know where to put the tripod.
Exactly. I'm gonna.
We also
I'm
had
just kidding, Connor.
We also had
It's
tape.
all good, Connor.
We had tape at work on the floor.
Yeah.
For a Snell and iChart.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I get it. You just like they do physicals for some of the teams that come through.
What about a Sharpie? Just
on the carpet.
Yeah,
Sharpie the carpet.
Yeah, why not?
Because that'll come up. You know what we need?
Spray paint.
That soccer 10 line, 10 yard. Did you watch like the World Cup when they like mark off 10 yards from free kicks? They spray it down and it like magically disappears. You just need that.
It's got to be like, what is it, like spray chalk or something?
Must
maybe.
be.
I'm thinking spray chalk.
Is there a use for that in the athletic training room? More than tape, I don't know.
Just to have fun.
Yeah.
Spray other people with chalk, maybe. What's next?
Our last shenanigan of the week is our fictional athletic trainer debate, and I think it's
we
a good
call this
one.
fat, by the way.
Oh, this thing still not charging.
Uh-oh.
Whatever.
Your phone.
My phone. I'm gonna need
phone.
a paper clip, clean that shit out. Oh, now we're going.
Paper clip. Interesting.
Yeah, just scratch it up. We put this up on social media too. Kevin.
Just scratch it up.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Oh, trust this computer? Sure, I'll trust this computer.
Please. Yes. It is your computer.
What are the top 5 movies of all time? Is this in there?
Of all time? Not my all time, but of all time?
Yeah, what would you like?
Casablanca. No, I'm not going to throw that in there. Easily going to throw Shawshank Redemption in there.
All right, that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing.
Imagine that.
You can't it
is a great movie.
It is one of the have you ever met a person and said Shawshank Redemption is not a good movie?
Probably not.
No.
No.
Like there's no argument. It's like if it's not in your top 10 all-time best movies, I can't trust you.
Oh. Strong words, but accurate strong words.
I mean,
so we're gonna do Shawshank as a fat.
We're gonna do the 2 main characters.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do Andy Dufresne.
Andy.
And we're gonna do Red. And do you know Red's real name? Like the character's full name? Because I had to look it up.
No, I only Red. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his full name?
His first name is Ellis.
Ellis. That sounds
Ellis
all right.
Boyd. No, I don't. I gotta look it up myself. Ellis Boyd Reddington. Like, is it Raymond Reddington?
Raymond Reddington.
I just looked it up. Ellis Boyd Redding, not
Redding.
Reddington.
Okay. Yep.
Ellis Boyd Redding.
Okay.
Nate's never seen Shawshank. What? And I had a couple coworkers who had never seen it either.
Really?
It's literally one of the 10 best films of all time. I cannot.
That's tough to believe. You like
if you go to Ranker best films of all time, I would like to know where it's at, or on IMDb by.
I'm trying to look up IMDb's like highest scored of all time.
I got a fun fact about this movie that as I was like looking this up.
Top 250 movies.
Yeah.
Number 1, Shawshank Redemption.
Literally, IMDb has it as the number 1 movie of all time.
Yep.
I don't disagree.
The Godfather number 2, The Dark Knight number 3, The Godfather Part 2, as in like number
I have to
4.
rewatch The Godfathers
and from 1957, 12 Angry Men. Coming in a close 6th, Schindler's List, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Where's Good Will Hunting on this list?
Number 10, The Good, The Bad, The Ugly. Good Will Hunting?
Ranker has it number 1 as well. Yeah, where's Good Will Hunting? Because I would have that in my...
I'm still scrolling.
Holy shit, that's...
I would like everybody to know that Back to the Future is number 31 and higher than a lot of movies that I would have put Gladiator pretty high up there. Still looking. Ooh, Wally's number 58. That's awesome.
I'm just not a fan of that one.
Wally?
Yeah, I know it's you and
ridiculous.
your wife's. I know. The first half was too slow for me. I lost interest because of the first hour.
Oh. Good Will Hunting, 83.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. It's pretty high.
Where is it on Ranker, Nate? Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I mean...
How is Die Hard and Rocky IV not on this list? This list is This is IMDb.
Okay, if I'm actually I'm going to look at the top 25. The Godfather, original Godfather.
I'd have to rewatch it. I've seen it once, and I watched all 3 of them because I knew they were like considered really good, and I didn't really absorb any of it.
Forrest Gump, number 11.
Is Braveheart in there? Kyle's asking about Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Okay, on Ranker, top 5: Shawshank Redemption, Saving Private Ryan, Lion King, Silence of the Lambs, Good Will Hunting. All right, thank you, Good Will Hunting.
There you go.
Oh, Hannah, Good Will Hunting.
And this is
I'm all about Ranker. Thank you.
This is rated by regular IMDb voters. So
there's just people going on there voting for what they like.
How about number of ratings, alphabetical popularity, runtime? How about number of ratings? Pretty similar number of rating.
Dark Knight in the top. I mean, yeah, in its category, Dark Knight is number 1. These movies sound dusty as fuck, according to Nisi.
Dusty.
How young are you?
Dusty.
All right, let me just start our Shawshank.
That's actually a good way of.
What's that?
Release date. The
Clockwork Orange?
The only one. Okay, so the most recent movie to make the top 250 is a movie called Godzilla -1, and it just came out 2023. 12th Fail is ranked 68. Oppenheimer is ranked 71. Spider-Man Across the Universe 30. Top Gun Maverick 133.
Well, which one? The original?
Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, Maverick. Okay.
And then Spider-Man No Way Home was actually 20 from 2021 was 169. I mean, okay, the highest ranked most recent movie is Spider-Man Across the Universe, Across the Spider-Verse.
That was
2023.
So that was the one that just came out, the second one, the second animated one. The second one.
The next highest, that is, I would say, in the top 50, Parasite in 2019. Avengers Endgame was 2019. That was ranked 80. Spider-Man Into the Verse Into the Spider-Verse is 18.
That was the
ranked
first one.
63.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, the second one is ranked higher?
Second one's ranked higher.
I haven't seen
much
it.
higher.
I haven't seen it.
Much higher.
Maybe that's all I'll put it
I haven't watched it either.
I watched the first one. It was good.
I haven't watched freaking movies in a long time.
All right, so I want to start this fat. We're talking Red versus Andy from Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
And I just want to start with there couldn't be a more interesting portrayal of an athletic training career, or like what is it, a simile, or like a comparison, like what do you call it? An analogy. So
for an athletic training career?
Yeah. Andy Dufresne.
Yep.
What's more appropriate? Crawling through the shit to get to the other side? Is that the life of an athletic trainer?
Okay.
Right? You have to crawl through all this bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And then you get out and you're like, I did it.
Yeah.
Versus Red, he's got to wait it out. Sitting in jail 30, 40, however many years, just paying his dues, his time, waiting it out, and then he finally makes it. Like, I can't think of any more like
crawl through the
accurate
shit.
portrayal of what an athletic training career feels like at times.
It's true. Which one is more? I want to say like crawling through the shit.
No, we're not, Nate. Stop lying.
There is not a lot of. Here's a question. Your athletic training career. Do you see a light at the end of the tunnel, or do you see like? Well, I guess I'm done with that. What do you think?
I don't know.
Do you know any athletic trainers that retired from athletic training, and it was like they didn't leave? How many athletic trainers do you know that retired as an athletic trainer and didn't necessarily just kind of leave the profession? I can think of one, two.
John,
Becky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm saying from like a traditional setting. A lot of athletic trainers I know just either kind of left the profession in a traditional sense, or they were still an athletic trainer working with athletic trainers, but they weren't really doing athletic training anymore.
Traditional.
They became the clinic director of something, or they moved into a very administrative role. So forth.
Yeah.
We have two in our lives that.
Yeah, it's not a ton.
Until the last day, still were covering teams or treating athletes.
Yeah, most people just graduate to other stuff.
I'm trying to think. I almost think Red has a little bit more of the athletic training path, where it's just kind of like, I'm just doing and doing and doing, and then it's like, okay, now it's done. Versus like, I crawled through the shit in order to get to the promised land of being free.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, some people I'm sure have crawled through the shit.
So let's talk about Andy.
Okay.
Pretty sharp guy.
Yep.
Lawyer. Wants to help people at the root of it. Kind of calm under pressure. Right?
Yeah.
He didn't break. Fresh fish. He didn't break. He was put in some pretty hot situations. Didn't break. He had a long-term plan. He stuck to it. Probably good at planning rehab.
Falsely accused
of yeah.
Put in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
Somewhat made the best of it.
Kind
of got a best friend out of it.
Kind of was able to work by himself and also as a team. Also dressed kind of like an AT. Like he could dress up, dress down. He had remember the crappy shoes with the nice, like, I'm thinking you're supposed to wear a polo and khaki, and then you just got some crappy tennis shoes on. That's what it made me think of. Right? He kind of dressed more like an athletic trainer than Red.
I'll tell you what, how good was he with like administration,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Paperwork.
he was a convict that got the warden to trust him.
Yeah. Well researched.
He was really good at making the chess pieces, right? That's what he made, chess pieces, and then that's how he hid the idea that he was stealing the rocks out of the yard.
Yeah.
So he was good with like tinkering and like kind of he'd be probably really good at placing steri strips on a eyebrow,
Probably.
even though he was a lawyer.
I don't remember
well
what
read.
Red was, but like he's the one that connected everyone together. He was able to get things. He was resourceful, sneaky, also calm.
Yeah, he was he
Couldn't be
used
rattled.
connections. He was a really good networker.
Kind of saw the big picture, although Red did too.
He did.
I think he was a little bit more practical, where Andy was maybe a little bit more idealistic.
Red avoided the conflicts.
Yeah. Andy didn't necessarily like embrace him, but he accepted him.
Well, and he used him to his advantage.
Yeah.
Got thrown in the box for a reason.
What was the reason?
Well, basically, right? Like, so
You
he kept like getting himself thrown into the box. I don't know if that was when he would like whittle things, right? Because he would always piss off I don't know what the head guy was, other than the warden, like the head guy that would always beat him up.
Yeah, what was his name? It was Captain Hadley.
And he would always,
played by Clancy Brown.
he always got himself thrown in there for some reason. Maybe it was to gain the trust of everybody else. He was a good negotiator. Got everybody a soda while they were tarring the roof.
Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's about to have an accident.
Red, he's a good storyteller.
Red was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone just kind of gravitated towards him. Red.
Yeah. Andy was crazy observant when people didn't even know that he was being observant.
Yeah.
That's a pretty strong quality as an athletic trainer.
Here, why don't you go through the live stream comments and I'll pull up some of the Twitter stuff here.
All right, so we got Hannah. I just feel like they're equals. One's just an old head and one's the new grad, getting by, and then they just vibe together when they get through all this shit. Red and Andy are you two. So apparently we're Red and Andy.
Are you Red or are you Andy?
Both traditional ATs. One been doing it a little while longer and just kind of guided the other.
So I'm Red.
And we're friends. Then one left the traditional setting and the other followed.
That was you. Yeah.
It's true. Although I left the traditional setting before you did.
Yeah, Andy did too. So you would be Andy and I'm Red.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, you're more the Red.
I got in first and out last.
I would definitely crawl through the shit to get the fuck out of that shit. Let's see here. Now we just all live in paradise together. That we do. Every time you say Red, I think of That 70s Show. Dumbass. Have we done
No, we haven't.
That 70s Show? I don't think so either.
We could. We should.
It is. Yeah, it's a tough one from the standpoint of if you're under the age of 30, you probably have no idea what we're talking about. But at the same time,
I love Wisconsin.
I love Wisconsin.
So on
talk about a show that just freaking did not. 5 seasons in, 6 seasons in, or whatever it was, and it just was like, why am I even watching this anymore?
On the social medias, Ed said, I selected Red because I believe he can connect to others easier and puts his nose to the grindstone. But Andy's patience and focus on long-term goals is how we should approach our profession. The voters, do you want to vote, or do you want me to tell you the votes and then we decide, or do you want to say who you think and then I'll give you the?
I'm gonna go with Andy. Sorry, Nisi. I don't know how old you are either, Nisi.
I too am going to say Andy. However, the voters said 72% red.
Wow.
So that's interesting.
That's just because what athlete wouldn't come to an athletic training room that they get to hear the sweet, sultry voice of Morgan Freeman?
Ow.
Such a voice.
I know.
God.
I mean, everybody, when they die, they want Morgan Freeman to narrate their...
Oh, Nisi, 28, just getting up there.
Way up there.
Way up there.
Do you remember your 28th birthday?
28th? No, I don't.
2005. We might have been in Mexico. Just kidding.
Oh. No. We went to Mexico way later than that.
Later than that?
Oh, yeah. When you were 20, you were
30?
You were 33-ish. I think we went in like 2009, 2010. I turned 28 in... How old am I?
I don't know. I don't remember. You're 37?
So I was 2008. 2008. I was in my internship. I was probably working.
Wait, what year were you born?
85.
So you're 38.
38.
Nate's 38. Kyle's 39. Everyone on the live stream is doing their numbers.
Now we're talking. Let's find out who.
Nisi's 28. Oh, Hannah asked for a age check. Hannah's 33. Nate's 38. Kyle's 39. Maisha's 37. Craig wins. He's 51.
That away.
I'm 46.
Chad's 46.
Colleen's 30.
Doesn't look a day older than 39.
People do get surprised when they're like, no fucking way.
Everybody.
Like,
yeah. Your entire life.
Yeah.
Entire time I've known you.
Because I act
People are
like I'm
Chad's
12.
like, Chad's what?
Yeah. All right. That's a lot of shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Let's do our feature topic. It's a good one.
Okay.
I don't exactly know how we're going to do this.
Okay.
Let's see here. 32 comments, Kevin, on this social media post
32.
from 2 days ago.
Do you want me to look it up?
No, I'll do it. I'm going to read them, and I kind of want you to take a ranking here or write down your favorites, or maybe you have, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go through it. I'll read them, and then you can add them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what we posted was, it says, let's create a list of the little things that make an athletic trainer's day. So we'll go first.
Ooh,
Getting to go first in the meal line when traveling with a team.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, little thing.
Pretty cool.
All right.
Not necessary, but pretty cool.
All right.
You know what I don't like about that comment? When you eat first, you're done first,
I know.
and then you're like kind of, it's an awkward situation.
I always chose to go at the back of the line and let the athletes eat first.
Yeah.
But that was just my preference. That's my personality. I think I've seen other ATs go, like, it's nice when the athletes say, no, you go first because you do this for us.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not going to read all the names because...
A lot of names.
Yeah. How about getting introduced before the game, like the coaches?
Oh, yeah.
Or being in the team program?
That's a very nice thing.
Listed on playoff shirts.
Playoff shirt. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Being asked about a change in schedule and if the change is possible instead of being told what's happening. Thank you for taking care of us. Appreciate all you do. Just basically like nice comments. Right. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. I'm going to skip skip those. I'm going to do, the actual things that happen.
Things.
Recognition for a job well done. Yep. Getting random free gear.
I like it.
Practice ending early.
Makes your day.
Surprise coffee delivery.
Ooh, makes your morning.
Coworker completing all closing duties when you have a late practice or game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Team player.
I agree. However, that's just, I would feel bad that somebody else had to do the work. So I'm in my own head. I'd rather have to stay late and do it.
No, I like it.
Perfect day of practice coverage for me, sitting outside in the nice weather, sunny, not having anything to do. Like you're just you're just watching.
Uh-huh.
Getting a post-game treat from a parent.
Those are kind of nice
The-
because you're usually
The
hungry.
bag, like the treat bags.
You're usually pretty
Women's
freaking
soccer
hungry.
was literally the best.
Yeah.
Every time you got on the bus, you're like, I'm gonna get some goodies.
Oh yeah.
Coach or student coming into the clinic just to chat.
Those are kind of nice. If you got time.
Finally having my talent realize I'm capable of much more than taping ankles. Stopping by to
Depends on
say
how that happened.
hi. When the athlete does his or her rehab to the T and then tell you that it's working instead of relying on tape.
That's a big one.
Traveling with a team of opposite gender so the bathroom stops have zero line for you.
Convenient.
Schedule changes, team gear, getting introduced on TV when I go out.
Oh, okay. That's a big timer.
Alumni come back to campus and introducing you to their kids, significant others, etc., etc.
That's a nice one. That's a really nice one.
Being thanked in senior night banquet speeches.
Also
one of my favorites.
Pretty freaking big.
Unprompted text. A hug from an athlete. Bringing me a Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
Tournament running ahead of schedule. How about a handshake post-event from the head coach telling you did a great job?
Yeah.
Had a speech written about me by an ATSA, athletic training student assistant, I believe, when they had to speak about someone influential, important in their life. Being thanked on senior night. A thank you from a parent. Coach is buying you coffee. There was some sort of bot that.
A bot.
Yeah.
Join our program.
I think that might have been all of them.
So a lot of, if you just show appreciation kind of stuff, I really like the player alumni person comes back with their kids, introduces, because that's really, really, that's going out of your way to really tell the people that are the most important people in your world that, like, this was somebody that was incredibly important to me in my past, and I want you to know that. I want you to know their face and their name. That was really cool. If any of my former players would have come in and been like, "Hey, kids, and this is Kevin. Like, he helped Dad through a lot of injuries. Like, he was very, very important to me at some point." Like, that's pretty cool. I like that one a lot. The small ones, I think, somebody bringing you a coffee, that's pretty cool for me.
I think,
like, that's...
For me,
when it's on, especially when it's, like, not even preempted. Like, the day before, you're coming in on a Saturday morning, and it's Friday night, and you're meeting somebody for rehab, or you're meeting somebody for treatment, and they're like, "Oh, what kind of coffee do you like?" When they just literally kind of know, and they bring it to you, or for you, somebody brings you a hot chocolate, like, for, an outdoor soccer game, and they just knew that.
Chips and queso.
Sure. They know, when they know things about you and they bring it, like, I think that's really cool. And it's not this, like, because every time an athlete, or even like now, like if I have a patient or something, you're like, "Hey, coffee's on me. What should I bring you?" I'm like, I have this instinct to be like, no, it's fine. Like, I'm good. Like, I have my own coffee. But when somebody just does it, it's very like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
Like, there are still times in our athletic training world that you can be surprised at how much other people are actually paying attention, right? And for me, it was coffee, and it's still to this day. It was always kind of cool.
I think the ones that meant the most to me was like getting mentioned in the senior speeches. Like that one, those made me emotional. Like I would cry, like thinking about what they had to go through, and just how I could be a small part of that.
I had a player one time, like, got interviewed because he came back from an injury, and legitimately named me and the other medical staff people and said, it's really due to them helping me through this. And he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He already thanked us, but he didn't have to like tell other people about it, right? That was pretty cool. By far my biggest moment in my career early on that kind of made me like, wow, this is cool shit. And I've said it on the podcast before, is
The pitcher?
when my internship.
Yeah.
And I worked my ass off during my internship, and the like kind of most veteran guy on the team like tapped me on the shoulder after he came out of the game. Like he got back. He returned to playing, pitched 4 innings. He was on a pitch count, blah, 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 got out of the game, tap on the shoulder, veteran guy in the team, said, shook my hand, good job, and then walked away. I was like, oh my God. That was like, gave me chills at the time. I didn't know what to do. Still to this day, when I think about it and when I talk about it, it's like, ooh, like that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was like a really cool moment. The unsolicited person, not solicit is the wrong word. Like you had no idea what was coming, like, and you didn't expect it to come. Like, that's really fun. When other people, coaches, parents, maybe other players come up to you and be like, hey, hell of a job, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Number 2 on that list for me might have been like the goodie bags from the soccer moms.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what was, you're talking about your story about your pitcher. I got one kind of similar to that I'll always think about is when I interned with the Bucks.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go with the team, but they said, hey, come down here. We'll get you in, and you'll sit on the bench with us and kind of help, take care of pregame, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, after the game, I'm about to take off, and one of the players, very well known individual, face of the franchise kind of thing, like number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
He says, hey, can I ride home with you? I don't want to go on the bus.
Huh?
And I'm like, what? And he's like, I want to get out early. Can I just ride back with you?
Mm.
And I said, is it okay with the team? I don't know. Is that even allowed? Like, what happens if like I get into an accident and you're in with it? And he's like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
And I literally drove in my little I think I had a little small SUV, and the guy barely fit in the passenger seat. Yeah. We just drove back from 7-footer. I just drove back, from Chicago with the guy, and we just chatted the whole way home. Super cool. Got to know him a little bit better, and he asked me questions about me like he gave a shit. You know, and I never thought he would do that. Yeah. Like
one of my favorite
incredible.
It was like a little thing the next day. One of my athletes was fucking pissed at me because I wouldn't let him throw a ball. And the next day,
oh, that reminds me, I have one more story. Sorry.
Yeah, the next day he comes in and he like gave me a hug, and he goes, "Sorry, I was so like hard on you. Like I know you were just like you were doing what you knew was best for me, and like I was just in bad mood because like I was really hoping to like throw, and I'm really sorry."
Because the other guy got to pitch, this guy didn't.
No, like just this was a totally different rehab.
Oh, gotcha.
It was a totally different rehab, and we had this kind of plan set out, and we had to push something back one day, and he was just absolutely a dick the entire day, and he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. And the next day he came in. It was just like, I'm sorry, like,
yeah.
It was pretty cool.
So I want to go back to Shawshank Redemption because you just talking about like throwing programs and stuff reminded me. I just read when they were filming Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, all right, yep.
There's that catch where there's a scene where they're playing catch. In the yard.
Yeah.
Apparently, when they were filming that,
Andy threw out his rotator cuff.
No, they threw for 9 hours.
Oh my God,
9 hours while they were and they just kept throwing and they kept like reshooting it. And Morgan Freeman didn't complain once or doing 9 hours. He came the next day to work in a sling because his elbow was sore.
I'm sure. I would imagine, especially when you are an actor and not a trained thrower of balls, these baseball movies or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of
9 hours of catch.
The amount of takes or shoots and whatever. I mean, holy cow! I'm sure because chances are, not every time somebody threw the ball was it perfectly right in the mitt, or clank, drop the ball. All right, cut. I mean, imagine that. They need athletic trainers on movie sets.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm down. I'd do it.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
We're going to wrap it up. This show has gone
This is an
super
hour and
long.
A half fucking show.
It was
guys.
great. I think it was a good one.
Cool.
Thanks to our sponsors, Healthy Roster, the official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training. Check them out, healthyroster.com, smarttoolsplus.com, 10% off using the code CANDID10. Also, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, if you want to get a discount on some professional liability, personal liability insurance for yourself. And our two newest sponsors, Athletic Dry Needling. If you are a member of the show, they will give you $100 off one of their courses if you're interested in becoming dry needling certified. The other way of saying that is if you are thinking about getting dry needling certification, if you're interested in doing them, before you do that, get a membership with us so you can save $75.
Do them.
And lastly, Chinook Seedery, 15% off any purchase of seeds if you are a member of the show. They've got all the flavors here.
These seeds look good.
I know I kind of want to eat them, but
I want to eat them all.
we will give away one of these boxes next week. He's Kevin. I'm Chad. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Bye.